I am the world. I control the world's most dangerous criminals in my high-security prison. But when it comes to puns, I set the bar. Criminals come here to be punished. Bobby Prince used to be the world's most notorious cat burglar. That cat meant everything until he was whiskered away to Japanese. Now, Bobby Prince is known as Prisoner 9. Prisoner 9 lies. He has gone missing.
I'm a detective. I specialize in investigating prison escapes. It would be a crime if I didn't also mention I specialize in making puns. Now, I've been called here today to investigate a prison escape out of prison run by my greatest pun rival, my homie. Now, what could possibly warrant this? And by my homie's side, I'll solve this case, and maybe tell a few puns along the way.
You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
Oh, Milton, that's so sweet of you. I like your purple hair and your...
Excuse me, you can't be in here. This office or this room is private. Detective, I'm sorry. Come on in. Can I get you something to drink and a copper?
Warden, just ice. I've already heard a little about the case. Can you brief me further?
I'll tell you right now. Last night, Bobby Prince, the cat burglar.
The guard report says Bobby Prince, the cat burglar, was last seen yesterday evening when all prisoners were put back in their cell. This morning, the guards capped a lot of each cell as usual. The steel bars were unlocked and you realized you had a missing cat burglar. It's all on this flyer.
Yes, he escaped from a prison of the highest pedigree.
How did things get so astray?
Well, last night, prisoner 9, Bobcat, burglar. Disappeared from his cell.
This is where the cat napped.
Yes, the steel bars were untouched, and the only thing left were his bedclothes, littered on the floor.
The cat's pajamas just lying there. How could he have escaped?
He could have used a catapult.
He could have been an animagus like in Harry Potter and escaped by transforming into a catfish.
Or he could have been a caterpillar.
Or cattle.
Or cat! I figured you might want to interrogate some of the other prisoners. Luckily, number 7 is ready to meet with you.
Really jackpot. Who is he?
Melvin Melheim, he's a pirate. He used to help clean the top level of a boat 10 years ago before he was shipped here.
Pirate. When he gets in here, you'd better let me take the helm.
He is currently one of the most dangerous criminals in the world. That son of a bitch. Take this seriously.
Okay. Come on in, Meiji.
Melheim. Pirating is my crime. It's why I serve my time. I used to sail the 7 seas. I inhaled the salty breeze. But now I must cease to thieve, because I have been seized. I'm jailed as prisoner 7, you see.
Holy shit! I wouldn't have pegged you as a rhyming type.
He's got a bad rap around here.
Your file said you used to help clean the top level of a ship?
Oh, that was a decade ago.
It also said you burned down a forest. That's arson.
But actually, it was a national forest. I believe that makes it treason.
Dang, you are on fire. But I'm tired of this. Tell me everything you know about Prisoner 9's disappearance.
I was first brought here with my hands in cuffs, you see. I was paired with the drug dealer, prisoner 6.
In joint custody.
As you can guess, my cell was next door to the west of the absent crook. But he's not in this hell anymore. Look.
Tell us more. I'm hooked. What do you think might have happened?
The cat burglar disappeared in the night. His flight really gave the warden a fright. Bobby Prince was convinced there was no evidence against him. He may have gone out on a limb, on a whim, to save his skin. Maybe he escaped, and he bailed from this jail. He may have scaled the walls like a snail. Yet the frail and pale male may have failed. Perhaps since the cat's been locked in the pound, unable to bound around, he could be found on the ground. His reflexes have been neglected. He crept from his room and left while we slept. If I'm correct, I suspect you would detect his body as an unrecognizable object, stuck to the floor, not living anymore.
Dude, respect. What a terrible thing to befall someone.
Seems unlikely. Melheim, I must ask you a few more questions. Did you know anything about Prisoner 9's disappearance before this morning?
Me? I hardly knew the man. I never was a fan. He was never part of my clan. Though he lived next to me in this prison, a conversation between the two of us had never occurred.
Well then. You are officially free to go, Melheim.
I hope my perspective has been effective, detective.
Well, that's subjective.
Man! That rhyming is adorable. But you can only take so much of it before you become unhinged. Door.
Everyone in your prison a rhyme schemer?
Nah, that's just Melheim. Every prisoner has something different to switch around the language. Prisoner 1 is a mime. Only speaks in trades. Prisoner 2 only speaks in song lyrics. Kind of like Bumblebee in Transformers. You know how he uses a radio to talk? Prisoner 3 speaks in acrostics. Prisoner 4 will speak in anagrams if you learn. Prisoner 5 in haikus. Prisoner 6 in alliteration. Prisoner 7 in rhyme. Prisoner 8 in palindromes. And prisoner 9, Bobby Prince, spoke in the past tense.
All those wordsmiths must really prose a threat.
No, it gets words. We also have prisoners who speak in onomatopoeia, simile, symbolism, only using vowels or words beginning with the letter S, and paraprosdokia.
All those loonies in one place. What a coincidence.
They really pay for their crimes with me, don't they?
And you teach them wordplay? That's odd.
9? I don't think it's odd. 1 should only assume that I teach them every string I know.
High five.
So?
But you, the pun master, that's a lark.
Well, anyone who thinks otherwise is a loony. I'm a necessary risk.
Seems a little hard to swallow. But I will admit you are talented.
Thank you. So, what do you think of Malcolm's story? Do you really think Prince just dove off the roof?
No, Jay. I sent several officers to search the perimeter in groups of 2. There had been a dead body. A pair ought to have found it. What security measures do you have in place?
My caution level is really high. I've never had a geek out.
No one's ever flown the coop.
No one's ever been set goose.
No one's ever ducked out.
I have guards checking both cell of every wing every morning. All prisoners are kept under lock and key. A 3 points, yeah! Thank you.
Security doesn't seem to be the problem. I'll wanna sparrow it down to 2 op 10s, 4 points, and a bundle.
Either he croaked,
Or he was murdered. Exactly.
who could have hatched a scheme like that?
Avian's a clue. Why don't we interrogate another prisoner and see what we can figure out?
2 can start with prisoner number 6.
Who is this jailbird?
He's a drug dealer who, get this, he drove his car through a Sunday church service. I guess you could say he's a mass murderer. Well, he's highly dangerous. That much is crystal clear.
So you're the drug-dealing mass murderer. You killed a lot of people in that church. Are you apologetic?
Yes.
Only that weren't enough for a trip out of here, bud.
Yesterday I yelled to have my yoke yanked, but they will not yield or listen to my yarns, yet year after year you don't listen to my yakety yak. I lose my youth when I yak.
Yikes. Why?
Don't joke.
You always talk like that, Al. Alliteration.
No way, Hosea. That is not how it's done.
I caused a chance calamity. My car careened through a crimson light and crashed into the church during a cannabis crime.
drug business. Wasn't there.
Your file said you used to make all your drug deals in the church. Seems like a strange meth head. Let me guess. The priest probably paid the most prodigious profit.
Precisely.
Precisely! The priest. So you sell it to him.
That's kind of a dick's move.
I can't claim complete cleanliness. I'm a corrupt and culpable convict. That's how I became a chained and caged culprit. I was committed here for cooking cocaine. I would cancel the crack commerce if I could.
Makes, sense.
Ow. Prisoner number 6. I need to ask you a few questions about prisoner number 9. Have burglar. Tell me about him.
I hate to halt your hunt, but I have no history that I harbor. It's a harsh habit, but I have no hope or hankering to be hasty.
Give me something before I smack you.
I will admit some advice to assist in your assignment. Bobby is not AWOL. Bobby was assassinated, and that's all I can answer.
Well, tell us. I'm dying to know more.
If he were dead, there'd be a body in the cell. Did you see a chalk outline? He disappeared without a trace.
The evidence was eliminated to evade expostulation. No effort to evade was endeavored. He didn't exit this edifice. He was euthanized.
That could potentially be true.
You are a drug-dealing mass murderer. How can I weed the truth out from the lies? How can I speedily smoke it out? Give me a name.
Don't drag this out. You won't be harmed. Cross my heart.
Don't demand more data from this delinquent. I've already disclosed a great deal. Don't deny me the dexterity to disperse directly on the double.
On the double.
Allow Albert to abscond if our assemblage is accomplished. Albert is acquainted with Otmore Butts for administrator and analyst.
Hey. I'm, open to that suggestion.
Thank you, prisoner number 6. You were a gatekeeper. What do you think of his accusation?
Well, it's an interesting idea. It would shed a lot of light on the situation.
If it's true, it would mean prisoner 9 didn't bolt.
Shocking.
Someone would have had to attack and overpower him with a bit of the old ultraviolet.
Happens all the time, like clockwork.
We'd have to charge him with battery.
Well, we're in a prison full of criminals. Anyone, conduit. Aren't you supposed to be in your cell?
I apologize. Don't chastise. I have crucial clues. No lies. Prisoner 9 is not fine. He is instead dead and not alive. Blackmail is the reason I failed to bring this news to you, so I have quailed.
Why don't you tell us who killed him so we can also learn who did it?
Well, tell us, don't be so static.
I'm afraid I'll be hurt if I do this nonsense.
Will CD blackmailer doesn't do anything.
I'm afraid I'll be hurt if I avert my dirt. On Albert!
Albert alliteration? The drug-dealing priest of the Church of the Most High God?
the Pope of Dope. Albert's iteration is the causation of this abomination. This accusation has signification. Don't let this man of extermination be my obliviation. Please, be my salvation.
Send in prisoner 6. More like prisoner 666.
The constable called the cleric, how come? Because this clergy character can't contribute more clues to your cause.
The detective wants to needle you with a few blunt questions.
I need more. Of no information, I have an issue to the informer.
You don't know anything about the massacre of the cat burglar?
No, nothing of note.
You've got to be kidding me!
You thought you could get away with this in federal prison?
Please.
You thought we wouldn't catch you?
You
You thought we wouldn't low-catch you?
Pause! The monk has more to his message. Maybe the mask could be moved from the mysterious murder. I memorized meeting the massacred man many months ago. Maybe by mentioning the misdeed I can mend my moral mood from my mass murder. The monkey or the man is Melvin Melheim, the marauder.
Oh, shenanigans!
Interrogate the inmate immediately. I am sure the impossible is imaginable. It is an icky idea, but don't ignore this illegal issue. Instruct in this instant, I insist. I implore.
I've got my eyes on you. But thank you for this revelation. Warden, check himself for fingerprints.
Aye,
Mel, here's a good one. If this is true, you are going to have to walk the plank.
I am furious at this spurious, injurious, incurious allegation, insinuation, and accusation. This must be a goof. You have no proof. This accusation is spotty. You said Bobby's body was gone. You have no clues, do you?
We found prints! Fingerprints? No, prints is fingers. Melheim, we found you yourself, you knucklehead. It's all right, there's nothing left.
Cat's out of the bag now. Can you digit?
You know, I've got to hand it to you, detective. You really nailed this case.
It's been a long day. I need a rest. You're going away for a long time.
Prisoner 9's 9 lives, none survives. I almost got away with my misdeed. He needed to bleed. My greed leaded me to proceed to make him deceased indeed.
What happened to the rest of prisoner 9's body? This is a catastrophe.
I had a feeling it was almost the perfect crime. But think about it, Warden. Why was 6 so afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9. Because 7, 8, 9?
Ah, it seems you are the winner. Yes, fight him for dinner. I am a sinner with human in my ears.
How could we have not seen this? How could we have been so blind?
So concludes our classic comedy. This cheesy, crazy, childish chronicle is complete. But what can we call this criminal? Clearly, we can call the captain.